France has become one of the leading economic partners for Poland. Since 2004, Poland's trade with France has increased more than 2.5 times. Trade data for the last 3 quarters of 2022 indicate that trade turnover between our countries will exceed last year's record level of almost 26 billion euro. Today, my guest is Joanna Jaroch-Pszeniczna, General Manager at French-Polish Chamber of Commerce. We will talk about our future and the projects that are shaping cooperation between Poland and France. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, congratulations on your new role. You were appointed the General Manager of the French-Polish Chamber of Commerce in January. So how do you feel in the new role?
Thank you for invitation. Yes, I think that quite well because I have been working for French Chamber of Commerce since 20 years for now. So it's just changing of position, changing the role, but I am feeling quite prepared for this role.
Let's start with the general picture of the cooperation between Poland and France in terms of economics and business. How would you define the nature of our cooperation?
Poland is one of the largest and most important countries for France in this part of Europe. And it's true that our relations, they are really long because French companies started to invest in Poland in 1990s, and we can see today French companies here in Poland, and they are completely economical panorama. So our relationships, it's quite long history.
Of course, France is among the countries with the largest scale of investment in Poland. And what attracts French investors to Poland? Do you think that also it's more like reinvestments, or it's potential for the new investors in Poland?
I think that the French companies, they are our great ambassador because they are effectively, they are reinvested more than half profits in Poland. And it means that Poland is really crucial country for them. I think that we have really great people engaged, this entrepreneurial spirit with IT expertise and great market, big market. So for them, this is the crucial factors to reinvest in Poland. France is the second foreign investors next to NBP data in terms of origin of partner company.
Well, of course, potentially there are new areas of investment and of attention, let's name it this way, sustainability, ESG. I think these are the topics which are very much on the agenda of all the companies around Europe. And what's your approach as a Chamber of Commerce toward driving the sustainability within French companies in Poland and maybe the other way around?
French companies are present in each sector, so I can enumerate various names of companies established in retail with Auchan, Carrefour, Decathlon, Leroy Merlin. We have this construction sector, Warwood, Eurovia, Eiffage, and so on. We have, of course, telecommunications with Orange and Iliad Group and Play, but also new technologies. It's a data for the Dassault system, and so they are present actually. What is true that Poland is on the path to reducing its carbon footprint, so we can see a lot of companies appearing in Poland with this technical solutions to reduce carbon footprint in terms of efficiency of buildings, biogas, onshore, offshore. Also nuclear energy. I know that EDF wasn't, pointed as the main partner so far, I hope, but France is still open to work on this field, and we can see the small SMRs still, I think that they are going to be built in Poland also. So even in this area, France is still open to cooperate. So green technology, of course. I think that what's really important for Europe is this industry. European industry. So I think that we need to cooperate between Polish and France, building European, pan-European champions in terms of industry, taking into account innovation and digitalization. And I think that we need to, if you would like to compete with American giants, we need to, be strong as Europe in this area. We can see the cooperation in terms of automotive battery development so far. There is this cooperation in the infrastructure, rail and road, both. We can see this.
Very big projects.
Yes, and we are already cooperating. So with this French high-speed rail SNCF, who works with PKP in this area.
top priority. Absolutely.
Top priority, yeah. And I don't know which is the priority because it's the topic. It's really difficult today. But this is the topic of rebuilding Ukraine. I know that the war is still, happening there, but we are thinking about reconstruction. We are talking about this, and it is the topic. Last year in December, we had this Franco-Polish economical forum in Krakow. So we had the Ministry of Development in Polish and French one, with the selection of French companies interesting in Poland. But one of the topic was reconstruction of Ukraine. We were thinking about this. We are thinking about this, and Poland, we have really crucial place to play, helping. It's one thing what we are doing even today, but yes, in terms of this logistical hub, I think that we can play a major role.
As a front country, definitely that's the case. And do you think, we focused a lot on the potential of and activity of French companies in Poland, but do you see anything that shows that there is a potential or a need or a direction of Polish companies to move to France and start their expansion in France?
It's happening, and we are really glad that it's happening because France became the third market for Poland. So there is the market to sell the Polish goods there, and we can see some of our companies developing in Poland by just taking over French companies. So it's InPost who Mondial Relay or Vielton who bought 100% of throughout. So it's happening, and I think that it will be developing, and we are really glad to see this cooperation in this area.
And you, as a Chamber of Commerce, you also facilitate this process, so you work both ways?
Yes, we are working both ways. Effectively, we can observe that Polish companies are ready to enter French market, because enter this market is quite demanding in terms of certification and so on. So you need to be prepared to this. But even in using InPost and Allegro, you can sell your goods to France already. So we are helping the company in this area also.
Yeah, of course, export is one, but of course we would like to see more investment, which, like you mentioned, or acquisition, like you mentioned with InPost or Vielton. That's a little bit different dynamics in business, but very interesting one. Any sectors that you think that have the biggest potential for Polish companies?
I think that we are really strong of course, in this wood articles like doors or windows. But this tech sector, it's really important for Poland, and I think it's important to externalize. I think the Polish companies are really prepared to moving from Poland to other countries.
So you mean more services then?
More services. There is a lot of startups which can, provide their services in France or otherwise. So yeah, I think it will be the sector to develop in the future. Okay,
so let's focus more practical on the 2023 and your key initiatives that you plan in this year for the business environment.
For us, the topic which is most important, it's this climate green sector, because we have a climate committee. As we mentioned, Poland is in the path to reduce carbon footprint. We are challenging by our companies because the headquarters set a really ambitious goal to them and to branches across Poland, across Europe, and of course including Poland. One of our company needs to meet this goal by 2025, so in 1-2 years. So in terms of investment, it's yesterday, I would say, that we prepared white book of green transition. So we try to enumerate the number of postulates implementing which can help companies to be carbon neutral by 2030 to 25. So ESG, green sector, it's the most important topic for us. So we are going to plan a series of meetings with ministries just to explain why it's important for Poland. And I really believe that it can be beneficial for Poland also, because if the industry are greener, Poland will have this lower carbon footprint also. So and we have this access to cheaper energy, so Poland as the country can be more competitive. So ESG...
And I would, if I may say, it also has this pragmatic aspect that actually, as Poland export a lot of goods to the countries that have like expectation in terms of sustainability, ESG and so on, I think that, it will have a huge impact, especially on the industry, if we are not able to provide a green energy. So we won't be able to have a label that we are, not dependent on coal, that might have an effect on our export base, right?
It's true. Yeah, it's true that there's several actions that we are going to plan. So talking with the ministry, because it's important to change the law, but secondly, just to put into practice what we can do, how we can learn small Polish companies to be more green.
Yeah, I think that also, I must say that I have such a discussion also with one of the French company, and they said that, if you have some goals set up on the European level, and then you come to Poland, where actually it's much more challenges because on our energy mix, current energy mix, then they have to put much more effort. So basically, I think that the knowledge coming from Poland, even like the ESG is something general, then showing how you can make it in Poland to set the goals, it's very important.
Yes, and this is our plan for this year. So we are going to organize a lot of different things in this area. So ESG, climate, but also Ukraine is the topic in which is really important to us. So we are going to try to enter in this field, knowing that it's still really complicated because the war is still there. So, but yeah, we are going.
But being ready.
We need to be ready, and women, they are of
very
course.
Good topic, yes.
It's a very good topic. We would like to make some really practical meetings to women who would like to just, growing into the company to be promoted. So there's really practical skills to give to women who would like to be promoted. And for us, the target, which is really important, it's the micro companies, because they are really affected by Polish lira, by inflation, by everything which has happened actually. So we really believe that we need to, help them to connect new businesses, to provide the business. We know that the law is really complicated and they don't have any, staff inside to be to help them. So we would like to help them to implement it properly, the law which were prepared by our government to facilitate this running of the business.
Especially also with this current macroeconomic situation, the resilience definitely of micro companies is different than corporates, which have a broader base,
yes,
financial, economic and everything.
And the last one, but really important, is to be the voice of French companies. So to be present at this forum on Karpat or Katowice and so on. So, to bring this voice of French companies to the different ministers.
Well, great. We as Poland Weekly, we definitely believe in collaboration, and I think there is a lot of fields to cooperate, and a focus on what brings us together is our claim. So good luck with all the initiatives. I hope they will be success. My last question, which I always ask, in terms of a culture, because I think, of course, obviously, a lot of the companies you mentioned are here for a long time, so they are like Polish companies almost.
Yes,
but I think that, still the potential to bring new investments to Poland or attract Polish companies to go to France. But there is always this cultural element which can help or can create some hurdles. So what is in Polish-French relations that can help and drive the business forward faster?
I think that I would say only two things. First of all, the Polish company shouldn't phone the French partner between 12 and 2, because just there's lunchtime, so nobody works. And secondly, French people need to know the person before signing the contract. So all dinner, all lunches, and talk, to have a dinner without talking business, it's really crucial for the French partners. And I know that in Poland we signed the contract first, and then we are going to have a dinner. So you need to, change this approach. And I think it's that we need to be patient and try to understand our partner. And this is the key of success.
Very pragmatic. I like it. Good advices. Okay, so thank you very much for today's conversation. Good luck with all initiatives, and I hope that they will be just helping also Poland to especially tackle these sustainability goals, which I think is a common interest currently. And also, I think that what has changed over many years is that now I think the collaboration is a key to everything. Yes, I think that anywhere I hear,
especially this European one.
Exactly. So I think that people, especially with this geo-economic situation, understand that we need to stick together here in European Union and bring the value together to the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.